Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Rosmeen. I'm a success manager with 435. I actually work directly with the CAM Data Science learners. We are really excited to have you with us. Thank you for joining this AMA. If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And yeah, let us know where you are joining us from in the chat box. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to add, you're welcome to make use of the chat function for that. So today, as you know, is an Ask Me Anything session. I will be joined by Parandzem Sargsyan, a senior product intelligence analyst at Service Titan Armenia. She's also an adjunct lecturer at the American University of Armenia. She has expertise in analysis, visualization, and reporting, and brings both industry and academic experience to her work. Parandzem is also one of our alum, and we are really excited to have her here with us today. Hi, Parandzem. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Rosmin. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
You're very welcome. So before we get into the questions, because we do have a few questions to get through, again, if any of you have any questions related to any follow-up questions related to Parentim's answers, please put them in the Q&A, and any comments can go in the chat box. So we'll have 20 minutes of questions, and then I'll hand over to Otto, who is our enrollment specialist. So if you have any enrollment questions, you can share that with him as well. So before we begin, Parentim, thank you again for joining. And before we start, would you like to just do a quick introductory as well, where you find yourself today?
Yeah, sure. Um, I'm currently working as data analyst and also I'm teaching statistics at one of Armenian universities. After completing the program here, I started applying a lot of data science and AI stuff to my current work. And I actually changed my work already twice after completing the program. Once, when doing the program, I become lead of data analyst and data scientist team in one of the biggest Armenian banks. And then I got a better opportunity where I can apply more data science stuff. And I changed my work to one of the leading IT companies in Armenia. So I'm very happy that the program helped me to to get this risk first to change my work because before the program, it was really challenging for me even to think about changing work even twice in few months.
Yeah. And I think for us as success managers, we see you at the beginning and we kind of with you till the end. So it's very exciting when you hear you say, oh, you know what, I've actually changed jobs twice since starting the course. So that's amazing to hear. Okay, so let's look at the first few questions, which kind of looks at your program experience, right? How did you, because obviously data science is very specific, it's very content heavy. How would you say you manage to juggle your study time with life commitments? Because obviously you have other commitments as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it was very challenging, especially at the beginning when it's difficult to establish a routine. But key to my success really was that routine. So you should allocate some time during a week for only studying. You should close everything, phone, laptop, the work laptop, I mean, because you will do the program online. um, you should tell your friends, family that that's your study time and really concentrate because the content is a bit heavy. You have a lot to read, a lot to practice. You have to do a lot of coding, and that takes time. So my routine was in this way. I allocated during the 7 to 8 months all my weekends to learning and studying. So I was doing my readings during the weekend and getting prepared myself for the weekly courses when I can ask questions during live sessions. And it was really helpful doing in such a way.
Yeah, I like that because obviously this course, it doesn't teach you how to code, it teaches you how to apply that code, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of your learning is spent on understanding what you've covered. So thank you for that. And then how practical and applicable do you then think your learning was for real world data science scenarios?
One of the things that I really liked about the program, especially now when I started applying more of this knowledge I gained, is that it's giving you like a comprehensive knowledge and understanding what's going on currently in the field. It's not only about like specific models, but about Python, about the coding. It's giving you a very comprehensive and big picture about what's there, what's new, what you can
Mm,
apply, and then you decide what you can take and apply in your current work. That was really helpful. And nowadays, after some time, I even understand more how helpful was it and how right I was when I made the decision to apply for this program. Because, for example, currently I'm applying lots of I'm building lots of, let's say, Streamlit dashboards or
mm,
that are heavily based on Python and also AI stuff
mm.
there. And beforehand, I didn't even know that this kind of stuff existed.
Yeah, and you learn quite quickly, right? Like your application of those learnings as well. So I think a leading question would then be, what do you feel has been the most useful, or which aspect of the program has been the most useful for you so far in your work as well, as you're moving around with work?
The first thing is, I think the theory is very important because if you don't know something, you need to read and learn about it, and someone explains you, that's excellent. But the second most important thing, I think, is industry sessions. When you have an opportunity to see how people are applying in reality what you cover in readings, and also, readings cover lots of background. It's too much because you need to manage to read all that stuff, but you have this opportunity to learn the
Mm,
background. So it's not only just you learn how to code especially now this coding is not that difficult because you have AI as an assistant, but you also have the opportunity to understand what you are doing. That's very
mm,
important to see how to apply what you learned. And also, I think one of the most interesting things about this program is peers. When you have opportunity to learn from others, especially when you start doing last industry project with Bank
mm,
of England. That was super interesting because everyone brings something new to the table and you learn a lot from them. You learn when they ask questions during the live sessions, in chats, in circles. So it's very
mm,
helpful. So you learn not only from lectures, but also from your peers because they have very various and interesting backgrounds. I love
mm.
that.
And like the cohort was quite diverse in that way, I
Yes.
feel. So do you feel like the program is accommodating for learners who don't have much data science experience?
It was not my case, but I know that even before the program started, they got some core Python courses to do if they don't know
Mm,
coding. And I also have some resources shared by Otto with me before even I started. So I went through them, some of them, if I thought I need to revise, etc. Then the opportunity to have one-on-one meetings, let's say with
mm,
lecturers or with you or success
mm.
managers, etc. It's really helpful. So you don't have that feeling of being lost
Yeah.
during the
And
middle of the program. Yeah,
you're not in a silo because you have
yes.
support.
Yeah,
Okay, I
and
like that.
and also students they also get self-organized. They create WhatsApp chats. They create some their Slack channel in addition to Circle where everyone is
Mm,
running some discussion. So you have lots of ways of asking questions, um, helping also each other, etc. So I think even if you don't have enough background, it's not that challenging. You will
okay.
overcome it.
What would you say has been tools that you've gained confidence in using since doing this course?
Of course, Python, because I had experience with Python, but it was more academic. I
Mm,
didn't apply much in my work because I didn't know where specifically, because I was doing data analysis and product analysis rather than data science. I was using more visualization tools, etc., but not much Python. After the program and during the program, I started using it a lot because I gained that confidence that it's
Mm,
fine to use it during everyday work. Um, you start, those who don't know SQL, just coming from my background, even it's not covered in a course, but if you really want to become data scientist or lead data analyst or similar position, you need to also learn that.
mm,
And combining these tools, it will be really helpful. Of course, AI tools, using writing good prompts. It
yeah,
may sound easy, but in reality it is not. And when building some of the models during the mini projects, we learned to write good prompts so that models
yeah.
run better. Um, yeah,
Knowing what to ask, right?
yeah,
Because
know what to ask, how to prompt the model, etc. It's very important because there is a separate part for LLMs when you need to build a model, and it's very important.
so how has the program enhanced your understanding of various data science methodologies? Because obviously you cover quite a few throughout the courses. There's a lot of theory. So how
Mm-hmm.
has it like improved your understanding of this?
Yeah, if let's say if beforehand the program I was just using ChatGPT to ask some questions to help with coding or simple daily stuff, I didn't know the details, how it's working,
Mm,
right? I didn't know what it's considering, how all these models are, LLM models are working, etc. When you cover the program, you already know the basics, how it's actually working, the
mm,
mechanism. And then, even if you don't build your own model, you work with it much, much easier compared to previously because you
yeah,
know the background.
yeah.
And not only, this is just an example, starting from simple linear regression, simple statistical methods. If you don't have background, the first course covers a lot. So you gain confidence first in the background, like
Mm,
in key statistical terms. Then you go step by step to advanced modeling. And if you allocate enough time to read everything, of course, you will need some time to Google some stuff, to watch more YouTube or other tutorials to better understand stuff because it's too much, right? You're covering in
mm,
short period a lot of different topics. But then at the end, when you look back, you will see how rich your knowledge is compared
yeah.
to before it, even if you have some experience already because you
Okay.
dig into the details.
Okay. And what technical and soft skills do you think are most important to succeed in data science? And do you feel like these have been developed during this course?
If I start from soft skills, I'm also speaking for my current and previous work, and which was really highlighted also in this course, is first you need to understand the problem, right, that you're
Mm,
trying to solve. And I liked especially that when doing the mini projects after each course, we were defining the problem. We had lots of reading to do about the problem, what we need to solve. Then you go into technical stuff and asking good questions, right?
mm,
That's very important. If you don't understand the problem, ask good questions, define what you need to solve, where you want to go, then just having technical knowledge is not enough because at the end you may
mm,
get very good models, but you don't know how to apply them or how they help you to solve the problem, right? So I love that you need to write a report actually after finishing your coding part. The report is very limited, but at least it helps you to shape what you have done, to summarize, to
mm,
suggest solution or recommendation, etc., which very important.
Yeah.
That's about the soft skills. Another soft skills part would be collaborating with others. During live sessions, we were having, let's say, small group discussions, or at the end, when doing the industry project with Bank of England, all this stuff helped to have better communication, to learn from each other, to hear each other, etc. That's very important for working in groups. And for technical skills, I may repeat myself, but yeah, all the Python, data science models, ML models, AI
Mm.
related stuff, all these technical skills were improved during the whole period because you do constantly coding during the whole project.
Yeah. And what kind of support did you receive? Because obviously there is career coaches, success managers, and tutors, right? Industry mentors and so on. And
Mhm.
did you find that support valuable for your journey?
I would recommend for future learners to always attend, at least at the beginning, first several months, to always attend at least once a week, because if I'm not mistaken, Rodney, there were two sessions, right?
Mm.
Um, Success manager sessions during the week. At least having
Yes.
an opportunity to attend one is very helpful
Mm.
because not only you attend, others attend. They ask questions. Sometimes you haven't thought about those questions. And you also have opportunity to raise your concerns, to tell that if you don't like something or you like
Mm.
something, if you want something to be continued or suggest new stuff. So you are being heard.
Mm.
And I remember several times something has been addressed because we attended, we discussed this stuff. So adjustments are possible. Um, and career coaches are very helpful. In my case, since I am located in Armenia, I got just an advice because um, first, I was lucky, or I don't know how I got a job offer during this period because University of Cambridge name on LinkedIn is already a huge plus, and people
Mm.
starting reaching you out. And um, then I started applying, changing my previous work, etc. But career coach sessions are very, very helpful to organize your thoughts,
Mm.
what you want to do, what are your challenges, what you need to concentrate on, etc. And especially if you are in UK, you may get better support, I guess, because I'm in Armenia. Here, job market is completely different, etc. But
Mm.
still,
Of
even in
course.
this case, it was really helpful for me.
So, do you feel connected to, because I still notice you all like you will do check-ins with each other and sometimes you'll do meetups at like conferences and things. So, do you
Mhm.
still feel connected to some of your fellow learners that maybe you did your employer project with or just people that you connected with?
Yeah, sure. We constantly get in touch in WhatsApp group chat. Unfortunately, I'm in Armenia. I can't attend
Yeah.
some meetups. They just have sometimes coffee with each other, go for. They recently celebrated New Year, etc. So yeah, this group was a great group. And when I attended twice, when I traveled to Cambridge, also we went some places, had great discussions. We are sending each other some news related data science or AI, some interesting stuff. So we keep in touch, and not
Mm.
only our small group for industry project, but the whole course. So there are so many people that you get connected in LinkedIn, sometimes chat, send each other advices about how to find a job, better job, or etc. So
Mm.
uh,
And
it's a
I like
great
that
group.
because, when you're studying remotely or virtually, sometimes it can feel lonely or like you're in a silo. So I love that your group specifically has really created this sense of community and it still carries on and I see it. So it's lovely to see. Have you then, like outside of the employer project, have you participated in any like other projects? How do you feel this has added to your learning experience, like with group projects and so on?
Uh, um, I I think it was added to my current work because um, we're doing lots of group. big group projects here in my current work. It's a bit like startup similar work. So
Mm,
um, therefore, I haven't done any other course or similar project like Bank of England project, and I haven't done anything with my peers also.
mm,
Uh, but it helped me for my work, current work.
mm. Yeah, and I believe you were talent hunted. Am I correct? I think the last time we
Yeah.
spoke about that. Like, I think that is a really big achievement. So, congratulations on that as
Yeah,
well.
and twice.
You were, yes, you were talent hunted twice. So, I think that's really amazing. What would you say? I guess talent hunted would be one of them, but what would you say has been your greatest achievement on the program to
I
date?
think, yeah, I think the confidence that I got,
Yeah.
that's the most important thing because again, I had background in statistics, I had background in data analysis, I had lots of experience, but I didn't have
Mm,
any confidence that I can start doing coding in Python, applying some data science stuff. I always had that feeling that whatever I know is just theoretical, I can't
mm,
apply it. But after the program, I got that courage and confidence that actually it's something that you can apply and I can apply in my everyday job, and it helped me a lot. Before that, I didn't have
yeah.
it. And when I got some offer, let's say for advanced stuff, I was always telling I'm not ready, I'm not ready. But after the program,
Yeah.
I noticed that that feeling disappeared.
And I think also like with my experience with learners, when you do those projects and you feel, "Oh, I'm not sure," and then you do really well, and that also kind of just slowly builds that confidence, right? Which, like you
Right.
said, is key. So how would you say you handle, because obviously data science is quite um intricate. How did you handle difficult or complex topics within the program?
Yeah, there are many these kind of topics, and um, one of my approaches was first to do the whole reading, to take notes. What I don't understand, I was always preparing a doc with all my questions about new
Mm,
terms, advanced stuff that was completely not clear for me. Then I was asking those questions during live sessions, but live sessions are limited. So when everyone has questions, there are not enough time. There is a second session also. You also can have one meeting with the tutor, but it's still not enough because topics are too many. It's
mm,
very heavy um, reading material. And then some part of the questions, of course, still was not answered. And for that part, I was doing my own research, watching video tutorials, doing more readings, etc. But when you already have an background, someone explained you, you know the basics, it's easy
mm.
to watch other stuff and understand quickly.
Thank you. That I think that's a really good tip as well, like having that foundation. And also there's a bit of self-study involved. So, preparing yourself for success is key. Um, my next question is, what do you wish you knew? Like if I was speaking to you, a year ago, what do you wish you knew then that you know now before you enrolled in the data science program?
I would have done two things. First one, preparing myself better for coding.
Mm,
Um, and the second one, uh, I would have quitted my current work job and concentrated fully on the program. At least, or taking some several months vacation or something if I have
yeah,
opportunity. So I know many people don't have opportunity, and I also didn't have opportunity to quit and concentrate only on learning, but it would have been great experience because this was very interesting program, and if
yeah.
I had more time concentrating on it, it would have even better.
And I think I should add, Parandzem, I remember very clearly there were times where you had like really short deadlines for work projects, and you'd reach out and you say, I have this deadline and I have this project. So, I'd like to commend you for doing both of it simultaneously. Obviously, it's not an easy feat. What advice would you give to someone who is considering this course in data science?
Mm, First, be curious, very curious. Ask questions, dig into stuff, try to understand more, try to find more interesting stuff, what you can, where you can apply this,
Mm,
etc. So that curiosity should be there so that the program is very interesting for you.
mm,
Then try to keep your routine till the end, always keep to it. I know some weekends can be just for relaxation, and there are some
mm,
weekends that you don't have any projects, etc. You can take them, but or not weekends. I don't know how you are going to allocate your time, but if you create that routine, stick to it because this is really not an easy one. And if you keep consistency, then you will win, and at the end you will see how much your knowledge improved. You were here
mm,
and you will be somewhere very far from that because during the program you don't really notice that change because it's
mm.
very intense. You learn and learn, do and do, and you don't have that time to stop and comprehend. But at the end you see how much change has happened that you even haven't noticed.
Yeah. I like that. And I think also to add, like, let people know, let your family know, let friends know, so that they understand, you know what, the next 8 to 9 months is what I'm focusing on, because you will reap the benefits at the end. So who would you recommend this program to and why?
I would recommend to those like me who were data analysts, want to become data scientists, want
Mm,
to do more advanced stuff, or you are beginner data scientist or even senior data scientist. You want to understand not only the topics that you are concentrated on, but also other stuff because this is a great program that covers lots of different models and topics.
mm,
Maybe you want to change your direction, etc. To specialists who don't even have some background in data science, who are managers, who are CEOs, administrators, etc.,
mm,
and they want to understand what's going on in the current world, and especially if your company is IT oriented and you are
mm,
going to have digital changes, this would be a great program if you are thinking that your company is going to apply more data science, ML stuff, etc. So I think this is very diverse, and many people will get different gains based on for what they are coming for. You can advance your knowledge, you can gain new knowledge. This can be just a big picture program for you to understand in general what's going on in current world because it
mm.
also covers current new stuff. So not only all data science models that were known like 20 years ago, but it's covering current all advanced stuff, which were important.
And I like that you said anyone who's interested in wanting to know more, because I mean, in your cohort, you had medical doctors, there was a
Yes.
mathematics teacher, there was, like you said, CEOs, co-founders, founders, and so on. So I think it's just that curiosity and obviously the ability that is key, right?
Mhm.
Um, so Parandzem, how do you see the skills you've gained shaping your future in data science?
Um, so as I told, I already started my path.
Mm,
I'm applying in my daily work some stuff, and now I'm confidently sit with my manager and tell him that let's say next several months I want to do this and this and this, and he gives me that challenge. I give myself that
mm.
challenge because we both are sure that I can overcome it.
And that growth is immense, just that you feel confident to sit with your manager and say, actually, this is what I want to do, and this is the
Mhm.
timeline I've given myself. So thank you. I like that you shared that. What are your, because I know you've done a lot even since the last time we've spoken, there's
Mhm.
been a lot going on for you. But what would you say are your next steps, and how do you feel you've been prepared for those next steps?
Yeah, I'm actually I also, as I told, have some academic background and
Mm,
traveling to Cambridge, talking to some lecturers during graduation ceremony was really helpful for me. And I'm maybe planning to start my PhD in this field in AI and data science. So now I'm preparing myself for that. And also in my current work, until I start PhD program, I'm trying to do more and more advanced stuff that's interesting, that's new.
I love that.
That's my
And
future plans.
and the fact that you're like looking to do your PhD is really amazing. So we have one, I think, final wrap-up question. What would you say are your top three tips for this? Because obviously some people are probably in the space where they are undecided. Should I apply? Shouldn't I apply? What would be your top three tips to help someone make that decision?
First one, I think, ask yourself whether you really want to learn new stuff, commit your time, and whether you are really ready for this because it's not an easy program.
Mm,
So be honest with yourself. Ask these questions, and if you get from yourself a positive answer, then confidently you can start it. Second one, ask yourself why you need to do this program.
mm,
Why not, let's say, something in marketing, but in data science? So you should be able to answer this question, why you want to do this, how it's going to help you, etc. And the last one, make sure that you enjoy this. So you like it, it's interesting for
mm.
you. If it's not, you are doing just for check mark, I wouldn't recommend you starting it.
Thank you so much. And again, thank you for your time. It's really lovely to see you and just to see your journey and everything you've done. And I will definitely be following your journey on LinkedIn as well. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Parandzem.
Rasmus. Thank
Okay,
you.
so now I'm going to hand over to Otto Just, who is one of our enrollment specialists. Otto will just cover the program a bit more in detail. In the meantime, if you do have questions, Otto will be taking them if it's for Panzim or for him or even for me. Please make use of the Q&A functions. Hi, Otto. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, Rosamine. Thank you very much and welcome everyone once again today. Thank you for joining us today. I'm here to provide you an overview of the program and, of course, answer your questions as well, but possibly some of the questions will come to Parandzem. So I hope that she's also ready to answer those. And first of all, I just would like to thank you, Parandzem, for attending today. It was absolutely amazing listening to your journey, your achievements. It's absolutely amazing, I think, what you've achieved. I still remember when we spoke about a year ago and obviously help you with joining the program. So congratulations once again. Um, Let me just jump into the program presentation. I would like to start with saying that this is a very, very unique postgraduate level program. It is 7 months. It is fully online. And basically, the idea here is that we will take you from almost scratch up to a senior level with all your skills, including, data science as well as machine learning and AI. And we see, a slide on the screen, which I will also get to after presenting the program, of course. During the 7 months, you will actually go through 4 courses. And of course, each course will be focusing on different skills and the practical application of the skills. But the idea is that we actually, focusing on hands-on skills. So we take you through more than 20 assignments and projects, which is absolutely essential and important because basically you will learn to apply your skills. You gain full confidence in working with the skills, as Parandzem mentioned as well before. And as a result, you will build actually a very impressive senior level portfolio of evidence, which is the number one tool in the industry to actually demonstrate your applied skills, but as well as to help, accelerating your career. So that's obviously the main focus in the program. And we also have a final project at course 4, which is 6 weeks long, and it will be with one of our top industry partners. So Parandzem mentioned that she had it with the Bank of England, so that's also a possibility as well. And it is a live project, so you actually have to do consultation with the industry partner. I would say this is the biggest test of, the application of your skills, but as well as your confidence. And when you complete the project and come up with the solution, you also have to do a presentation to the industry partner. In terms of the structure of the program and the required study time, so you will need an average of around 20 hours per week to manage your studies. And I can tell you that most of our students are full-time working professionals, so the program has, certain flexibility. Of course, it is very important to have the required time to study. the program itself is obviously accommodating the working professional. So that means, you can spend more or less these 20 hours whenever it is convenient to you. So after work or on the weekend as well. But you will have lots of support. So number one, of course, Rosamine and the student success team will be supporting you as a primary contact for support. As a matter of fact, they will take you through a 2 weeks of orientation after the start date, which is basically meant to prepare you for the studies. But you will have an academic tutor, a subject matter expert from Cambridge, with weekly 2 live sessions, so you can ask questions, as well as you will have an industry mentoring session bi-weekly. And actually, our industry mentor is a head of data and AI in a large company, so he can provide you lots of industry relevant support. Of course, you can also book one-to-one meetings with both of them whenever it's convenient or necessary. Additionally, we have a Python technical expert who will be also supporting you in case you will get stuck, with the coding skills. In terms of, the 4 courses, I just would like to mention, briefly the title of the courses, obviously, and what you learn in those courses. Well, course 1 is called Applying Statistics and Core Data Science Techniques in Business. As the name suggests, it is focusing mainly on statistical skills in data science. We actually started quite slow at the beginning just to make sure that we bring everyone up to the same level in terms of statistics. And I would say in the second half, it goes more into an advanced level as well. Of course, you will have also, multiple assignments and projects to apply your skills and gain confidence. Course 2 is called Solving Business Problems with Supervised Learning. Now, this course is focusing very heavily on technical skills. I would say you will cover at least 15 different technical skills and their practical applications, such as logistic regressions, decision trees, random forest, XG boosting, deep learning, neural networks, as well as, of course, machine learning. So I want to mention machine learning particularly because it's the focus of course 2. And in machine learning, we go very, very deeply into taking you from scratch up to a state-of-the-art level. And you will even learn hybrid techniques, for example, how to combine machine learning concepts with time series analysis and forecasting. So it's actually very unique and advanced. Course 3 is fully focused on 2 subjects. One is actually NLP, natural language processing. Of course, you have a large project there to apply your skills. And the second half is focusing around time series analysis and forecasting, which is absolutely essential, in any data scientist or data analyst roles. And then you jump into course 1, which is the last course for 6 weeks. And as I mentioned earlier, it will be the final project with the top industry partners. But besides that, actually, you will also cover some studies still, which will be focusing mainly on generative AI, ChatGPT, as well as looking into the future of AI and data science, providing you a blueprint for the future of your career. Now, I would like to talk to you a little bit about the entry criteria, the start date, the application process, and the tuition fees, and then we will jump right into your questions. And I see already in the Q&A box that we have many questions here. So the entry criteria for the program requires generally a bachelor's degree with at least 1 quantitative study unit. Besides that, we require at least 1 year of full-time data-relevant work experience. Now, I just want to mention that you didn't have to be a data analyst, a data scientist to qualify for the program. So basically, to give you an example, a salesperson is still handling data, looking at clients' data, managing a CRM system. We actually count it as data relevant as well. So I would definitely encourage everyone to book an appointment with an enrollment advisor and discuss, your background, and they could help you and advise you much, much better about that. Additionally, I also want to mention that you can also qualify without having a completed degree. If you have a few years of work experience, which is, I would say, strongly data relevant, in that case, you can also qualify for the program. And additionally, we require basic level of Python programming skills. Now, I can tell you that half of all our students coming without previous Python programming skills. And therefore, we will actually help you to prepare for the basic requirements. And now I'm getting to the slide, which is obviously in front of everyone. And Python is sometimes a worry for lots of students, who haven't got any technical or programming skills before. But I can assure you that we will support you through the journey to prepare, and we only require a very basic level when you join the program. Actually, there are 4 free Python courses that we will share with you, and they will only take around 20 hours to complete. So it is not a huge study. It is still absolutely possible up until the start date, which is on the 2nd of February. As you can see on the slide, even if you just set aside, let's say, 10 hours per week, then you can complete those courses, within 2 weeks. But actually, we have even more or less around 28 days up until the 2nd week of orientation. And we usually allow students who need a bit more time with that to take the test by the 2nd week of orientation. So again, this is still absolutely possible, and you don't have to worry about that. We also provide you support while you are actually going through those courses. And what is very important, there is a basic test that you have to take in Python before the start date, or again, before the end of 2nd week in class, in orientation. But again, this test is very basic level, and it is an open book test. So that means you are allowed to use any resources, and there is no time limit either. So that's the only preparation required for the program. Now, the application itself is relatively simple, so it will take you maybe around 5 to 10 minutes. And I think we will post also in the message box the link to the online application. So basically, you have to upload the copy of your academic transcripts, the copy of your ID, and the copy of your CV. And we will get back to you with an official decision as soon as possible. Now, I would like to also mention the tuition fees, as this is usually a question, of course, for everyone. The total tuition fee for the program is £8,395. Now, if you pay upfront in full, then actually you receive £500 concession from the fee. So it goes down to £7,895. But we also have a 6 months, a 9 months, and even potentially a 24 months interest-free payment plan available. And actually, I'm happy to tell you that by attending today, you will be awarded with a £300 incentive, basically a tuition reduction, which is applicable on the 6 months and the 9 months payment options. On the upfront payment, you're already getting the £500 reduction, of course. And so this is a very exclusive opportunity, I would say, because normally the University of Cambridge doesn't really like to provide any kind of tuition reductions. So this will be applicable to you if you submit your application and complete your registration over the weekend or latest Monday. Additionally, I would like to mention that we actually have a very unique opportunity upcoming next week. It is a masterclass with Ernst & Young on the 21st of January. Now, Ernst & Young is one of the largest consulting firms in the world, and they directly reached out to us as a recognition of the program, but as well as they looking to hire graduates from the class. And this will be an AI masterclass on the 21st of January. And if students who complete their registrations today or over the weekend, they will be able to attend this masterclass. So again, I would encourage everyone to submit your application. And if you haven't spoken to one of our enrollment advisors, then definitely please book time as well. And I think I covered more or less everything that I wanted to. So I think I will jump right into the Q&A questions. And actually, we have quite many. We actually have 15 questions, so I will go through them step by step. So first question we have from Anonymous. Hi, I have experience as a test manager for 20 years, and now I'm looking to switch my career in data analyst, data scientist. How can this be achieved with the program? Well, I think actually Parandzem already gave a really nice overview of what you can achieve with the help of the program. But I can also tell you we have quite a few test managers in the program, and they tend to be actually really good. So usually you have already technical skills or understanding of technical skills, as well as you have to look at obviously data, and that means you have transferable skills that you will be able to use as a data analyst or data scientist. So I think this is absolutely possible for you. And again, the program is fully focused on helping you to achieve your career goal. That is key. So that's what the program is designed for. You will have 12 months of executive career support, and we are actually very successful in helping students with the outcome. You will have your own dedicated career coach assigned to you at the very beginning of the program, and they will support you throughout the program as well as post-completion. They will help you with your profile, with actual applications, and even preparing you for interviews. So as a test manager, I would definitely suggest you to book an appointment with an enrollment advisor, and they will discuss obviously your background and the options. I hope that answers the question. Next question from John. Thank you, John. Was this program worth for you? Does it help you to get recruited? So I think this is a question to Parandzem, actually, and she already mentioned, I think, the huge achievement, but let me just give the word to you, Parandzem.
Yeah, of course. As I mentioned, it helped me to advance in my career, and I got twice job offers. So yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely amazing actually shifting, twice after that and looking the excitement on yourself and the way you mentioning that. I think it's absolutely amazing to hear that. So I hope that answers John's question. And then next question we have from Darko. Thank you, Darko. In your opinion, what are the best certifications to pursue in order to improve one's prospects of securing a data science role? Well, in short, I can tell you that the best certification that you can actually get is the Data Science with Machine Learning and AI Career Accelerator right now. I'm definitely confident in the fact that this is one of the top data science and AI programs out there, which is fully aligned with the industry and potential employers. And that's also the reason why we have, so big success in terms of helping students to achieve the career outcomes, Darko. I hope that answers your question. Next question from Mazamil. Thank you, Mazamil. So I'm torn between data science, artificial intelligence, and digital transformation, but I'm also producing courses myself. Okay, Mazamil, actually, you've got an amazing experience already. That sounds great. We definitely like students like yourselves, with relevant experience. But I would say you don't have to be really torn between them, obviously, because this program covers all of this, really. So we have lots of students who want to become for example, a digital transformation leaders or AI consultants, as well as machine learning engineers. So it has really lots of applications and opportunities in terms of career outcome, and as well as, of course, data science. So I definitely think that if you want to upskill, and get, deeper understanding and more technical skills and build a brilliant portfolio to actually demonstrate your skills to the industry, then the program is right for you. So I would encourage you to book an appointment, Mazamil. The next question we have from Sam. Thank you, Sam. Is the cost of the course good value? So I think I will also hand back, to answer to Parandzem. What do you think, Parandzem? Is the cost a good value?
I think definitely it is, because when applying for the program, I was also applying for master degrees of similar programs. And when I compare the cost, I typically applied in US and UK universities, and I got accepted several places. And when I compare the costs and time, this is really a good value, because master degree takes longer, and it's also cost, not indirect cost, right? And with this cost, you gain much more.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, Parandzem. And actually, I can also tell you that we have several students who even recently graduated with a master's in data science and they still take on this course. The reason for that is actually academic master degrees are very theoretical. And even if you do project work, you will not actually do projects that are aligned with the industry. Therefore, you cannot really demonstrate what the industry and potential employers are looking for. So that's actually the reason why we designed the program to kind of bridge the gap between academia and industry. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question, Sam. Danielle, thank you very much for your questions. And Danielle is asking, do you feel the course in any way over-engineered, as most UK businesses haven't even implemented basic flow automation or data analysis? Well, Danielle, it's a brilliant question, and thank you for that. And actually, I would like to point out here the opportunity rather. So I don't think that the program is over-engineered. The matter of fact is that you see that there are still lots of businesses who haven't actually implemented, the automation, data science, and AI. That tells you that there are lots of opportunities. And as you know, every single industry, every single company has to integrate AI and data science in the coming years. Actually, I would say within the next 2 years. Otherwise, they will not be sustainable and they will go out of market. So what that means, even now there are lots of opportunities for careers, in data science and AI, but there are still lots of companies that will still implement them and obviously hire even more data scientists and AI professionals. So that actually presents, in my opinion, much more opportunities for you, especially if you learn this program and you design the portfolio, which will already demonstrate those advanced level skills to those employers. Then it's already basically half success for you and for your career perspective. Yeah. The next question is from Sam. How do you apply your course when looking for applying to a job? So I think this is maybe a better question for you, Parandzem.
Yeah, when I started the course, I actually put it on LinkedIn because I was looking already for new opportunities. And I updated also my CV, and that really catches attention. People got immediately very interested in it because Cambridge University name is a huge power, and I tested it already. So, and of course, you should know the topics. You should know how to code. You should do your interviews great. But at the very beginning, it catches attention, and you are being asked or approached. So
Absolutely.
I started from putting on my LinkedIn page.
Absolutely. That's so nice to hear, actually, because I'm also hearing from lots of other students that actually when they place the completion on the LinkedIn, they actually
Mm.
get outreach by potential employers and
Mhm.
interested parties. So it's really nice to hear from you, Parandzem, as well. And the next question would also be for you, I think, from Danielle. Danielle is asking, in addition to this, do you feel the course provides common sense solutions as well?
Yeah, sure. Because during mini projects, you work on real data sets, like you do topic modeling, but the data sets that you use are from real companies. So even you sign an NDA for using the data set. So it's very important that you work not with the data set that is specifically prepared for some tutorials, but you work on not clean, real data set with real challenges that you always will have when working in your workplace. So then starting from there, whatever you are doing is very similar what you will do if this was your job. So that's the most important thing, I think, when working with the knowledge you gained, right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Parandzem. That's a great answer. And the next one is also actually for you. Um, I think Sam is asking, oh, sorry, the questions just shifted in front of me. Yes, so Sam is asking, thank you, Sam. Hi, can you expand a bit more on the models you have learned and how to build and what applications they were built for, please?
Yeah, as Otto mentioned, it's very diverse. It's coming from simple linear regression, SVM analysis, time series analysis. You apply, let's say, start from AutoArima to LSTM to XGBoost. Then you apply LLM transformer models. You use Hugging Face a lot to access the models. And it's very diverse. So, I mean, you do topic modeling with BERT models, again, transformer models. You do clustering. So it's very diverse. You almost cover everything from like big areas of ML and AI.
Nice, Parandzem. Thank you for the answer. The next question we have from Atif. Thank you, Atif. Do you recommend this course for someone totally new to coding and have no coding experience whatsoever? Well, I would say that I can actually tell you that, as I mentioned earlier also, that more or less around 50% of the students who join the program, they come without any previous coding experience. And this is why we have, the structured preparation with the free Python courses to basically learn the basic levels when you join. And actually, the real experience with coding and Python comes when you actually start the program and start applying those skills with the projects. Therefore, I would absolutely recommend it, of course, especially if you want to become a data scientist or an AI professional. And Atif has a second question as well. You mentioned, Atif, that I have a finance background and I'm really not sure if this is the right course. There is another course, Data Analytics, offered by Fortrev also with the London School of Economics, which also covers Python or Power BI, ATC. So, Atif, I would encourage you to book an appointment with one of our enrollment advisors, because then we could discuss, your background in details, as well as where do you see yourself after completing the program. But I would definitely say that, yes, absolutely right for you. Actually, one of the biggest student groups in class are finance, investment, and banking professionals, usually around 20 to 30%. So I think it is absolutely the right course for you as well, Atif. Yeah, thank you for your question. The next question is from Sam. Thank you, Sam. Do you do any automation on the course, like automation of ETL, data viz, etc.? So maybe I hand it back to you, Parandzem, with regards to that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the course doesn't cover that part and deployment of the models part. And that was one of the questions that during the course we were asking a lot. But the good part is that when you have industry sessions, typically they are specialists in this area and they explain tell you what you can learn, where to look at for this stuff. So you always have this opportunity if you are interested in something specific to ask industry experts. They will help you.
That is
but
right.
Not within the course content.
Thank you, Parandzem. Absolutely. Anonymous is asking, would you say this course is beginner friendly? And also, is it okay for students to take it on? Well, I already mentioned that, yes, I think it is beginner friendly, though you do need some relevant experience and, of course, quantitative background in academics. Again, please, I would encourage you to book an appointment, and then we will discuss your background and whether it's a suitable program for you. The next question we have from Anonymous. Hi, I am a medical doctor, non-experienced in code. I would like to know how this program fit for me. Well, I would like to mention that we have many medical doctors and healthcare professionals in the program. So it is absolutely could be a good match for you, especially if you want to become a data scientist or AI professional. So again, we will help you with the technical aspects and prerequisites in Python programming. Please kindly book an appointment and then we'll discuss your background. And let me see. the last question we have remaining from Atif, actually that was already answered, and I do not see any other questions. So I thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone attending today's session. It was absolutely brilliant, as well as Parandzem. It was amazing listening to you. And I would like to encourage once again everyone to submit your application. And if you haven't spoken to one of our advisors, please kindly book an appointment, especially because you can get the £300 tuition reduction, as well as you can attend the Ernst & Young Masterclass on the 21st of January next week, which is very valuable. However, please kindly submit your application today or over the weekend so we have time to process everything smoothly. And thank you very much for everyone joining us today, and Rosmin as well as Parandzem. It was an amazing session.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Otto. Thank you, Parandzem.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely seeing all of you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.